Hi, welcome back everyone to Between Two Clouds, where you can stay cloudy and stay googly all at the same time. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a study that Google just released earlier in the week, I believe, or perhaps previous week. And it was a bit of an economic look at implementing a data warehouse in the cloud and what the associated costs are. I guess to put a bit of context on it, we've all kind of known that BigQuery is one of the key differentiators of Google's product, along with kind of GKE and some of the networking developments that they've had, and AI, ML. There's a bunch of them, but BigQuery is probably the oldest differentiator they've had. And so I think maybe people have expected some kind of high price tag with that, but actually, if you look at what you get for the price, it's significantly better. And in fact, in this report, they broke down, what are all the things you have to do to bring that data warehouse to market, to be able to use that data warehouse. And actually, Google often comes out around 30 to 40% cheaper than the next best cloud vendor. So I've posted on this one about LinkedIn, but in the comments also we'll put a link to the report because I think it's quite interesting reading.
I think one of the good anecdotes I've heard about BigQuery is that if you 8 years ago decided to move your data warehouse to BigQuery, you'd still be using the same APIs and still only paying just for query when you're running it. And just imagine the savings over whatever that is amount of time is phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's interesting actually to see some of the customers we've been working with. The main motivation is actually not only the lack of scalability, but the huge cost of some of the traditional vendors in the data warehouse space to run that on-prem, both from a hardware and licensing perspective. In fact, one of the retail customers we've been working with, that's probably the most driving reason for them, apart from kind of modernizing and allowing for real-time interaction. Do you want to talk a little bit about a high level about that project?
Yeah, so I mean that was they had a little bit of a toe in BigQuery and realized that this is the right spot to move their whole data warehouse, both in streaming and for all the batch processing, due to Google's lead in that area and having that product being so mature and out there, like we said, for years and years, as being the right target for long-term investment. And then all the rest of the ecosystem around the AI and functions that they want to bring in, certainly as part of their digital strategy and targeting in the future.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're definitely going to have a strong desire to get this customer on and unmask the current vacant logo sitting in the comments field.
Sure.
But yeah, that would be a pretty interesting one, I think, to talk about that in a bit of depth. But anyway, stick with Between Two Clouds, where you get more cloud, more beers, and more beards.
Good one.
Stay cloudy.